Take a listen to this story, child.
Here we have Shamichael Tillman. His companionship profile states he's 39 years old, a Virgo, and from Louisiana. He says that he's hoping to meet a woman who he can make smile, and says that he's a good listener and that y'all can talk about fears, dreams, and aspirations. Chow, he is currently serving 83 years for attempted murder. A woman and her three sons lived at a home on Malcolm Street, and on July 9th of 2009, a man who lived a couple of houses down began arguing with them. The man would eventually leave, but he later returned with three others, including Tillman. And when Tillman got there, he began fighting one of the sons, and then a battle broke out amongst everyone outside. The three boys' mama called 911 and told Tillman and his crew to leave. The fight stopped and Tillman and his crew did leave, but Tillman came back a few minutes later with a weapon. People began screaming and running. Some ran in the house and others to the backyard. The mama, who was still on the phone with 911, began to run into the house, but Tillman ran up behind her and struck her in the back of the head and she collapsed. He aimed the weapon at another woman who was outside, but it jammed and she was able to run in the house. He then begins to walk towards the carport area and fires a couple of rounds into the house. One of the sons was hiding in the carport when Tillman sees him and shoots him in the chest. Tillman then attempts to get into the house, but the woman's boyfriend was trying to shut the door. Tillman then hits his arm with the weapon. The boyfriend let go of the door and the two began fighting. Tillman then shoots the boyfriend in the side and he falls to the floor. Tillman then goes back to the front of the house and sees the mama on the ground, who he struck in the head with the weapon trying to get away, and she is still on the phone with 911. He shoots her in her ankle, shattering her ankle bone. Tillman then flees in a gray Pontiac with the rest of his crew. A police officer spots the Pontiac and pulls them over. The officer has the group get out of the car and tells them they are being detained. One of the men, who was identified as being Tillman's brother, refuses to cooperate, and the officer had to use force to get him to comply. Tillman and his brother then proceed to beat up the cop. They then flee. Tillman is apprehended 2 months later, hiding out in Texas. In 2011, Tillman was sentenced to 83 years. His earliest release is never. Y'all be safe.